It's Kathy Kress again, and I have, through my new Geriatric Care Management YouTube channel, tune in. You're already tuned in if you're watching. Geriatric Care 1, I have covered a number of things, and now I'm talking about tools that you as a geriatric care manager can use to solve problems. And I've used this word, an acronym, core skills. And actually, I want to give Bunny Dibness credit. I love Bunny. Bunny is a wonderful person. And Bunny actually came up with, she might have gotten it from somebody else, but, you know, Bunny Dibness, I will give her credit because she's wonderful and a very thoughtful person. Bunny Dibness really came up with this. And it's core skills for geriatric care management. So we've talked about this. Containment is one. You have to take all of these sad, mad, angry, furious, bitter feelings inside of you. It's burnout. But you have to contain the feelings in order to really deal and enter into a family to solve their problems. You then have to be very objective. And objective is the second core skills. And then you need resources, and we've talked about that. And the last thing you really need is expertise. Because you can't come into this field just because you bought a franchise and you think that you are going to help people. Well, you know, I've taught in the only two master's programs in it, San Francisco State and University of Florida. You actually need a whole repertoire of information. You need to get certified, blah, blah, blah. So, expertise. What kind of expertise do you need? Well, you need a lot of it, but I'm going to focus on, you know, couple of major things. One is, it's all about communication. It's all about communication. If you can't communicate with a family, you shouldn't be doing this. Just basic. You need to be able to communicate with very angry people, very conflicted people, very upset people, all because nobody in the, you know, most baby boomers do not expect this. They thought they were going to go on a cruise down the Danube. What happened to the Danube, I'd like to know. I have a friend, his name's Nelson, maybe I'll get him to watch it, and he was my boss, the Division of Youth and Family Services. And he wrote me this letter and he said, oh my God, you know, here is this wonderful retirement. He goes on one trip a year because he's got 2 grandchildren and he has to take them everywhere. He loves the grandchildren. And then he's got his mother, his wife's mother to take care of. His dad just died, so he's settling the estate. Finally, he emailed me and he just said he just went to Havana. So, go to Havana. You need to do this. So, you need communication to be able to deal with, you know, these people that are very frustrated that they've got all these forces against them. And you got to be able to communicate with them. You need to know gerontology. Do not go into this field unless you have an undergraduate degree in gerontology. You might be faking it, but you're faking it, I'd like to tell you. Now, gerontology could be social work, it could be nursing, it could be physical therapy, it could be a number of things in the health field. But if you have a business degree, I'm sorry, I know, I'm very opinionated. I'm from New Jersey. I think you need to partner with somebody who knows gerontology, because what are you dealing with? Older people. Okay. The other thing that you need to know is you need to be able to deal with family conflict. And that's really important because you're coming into conflicted situations, just like my friend Nelson, you know, who means well, loved his father, loves his grandchildren, loved, you know, Judy's mother, but, you know, he wants to go on a vacation. He wanted to go to Havana, and he finally got there. So you need to be able to deal with family conflict, and you need to be able to deal with families. And I'd like to, this is not an advertisement for myself, but you need to actually know about families, because geriatric care management is all about that. And this is a book that I wrote several years ago. It's called Care Managers, that's you, Working with the Aging Family. And in it, the famous Bunny Dibness has a whole chapter on tools that you could use that I've been talking about all along. It's a great book because these are the people you're dealing with. You're dealing with extended families, several wives, ex-wives usually. They're always mad. Several ex-husbands, stepchildren that are mad as hell. I mean, you name it. You need to know about families. Okay, so then you have family meetings. You need to know how to run a family meeting. A family meeting, you can go on to my blog, kathykress.com, and in another YouTube channel that I have, Mom Loves You Best, I did a whole series on family meetings. 7. It's a playlist. You can watch all about family meetings because if you can facilitate them, it's really good to get everybody in and talk about this, which if you've been watching the tools one, we just got Jane, the daughter in the Sterling family, Michael, the son, Bob, and the elder law attorney and the financial planner in a meeting to talk about how to deal with Mrs. Sterling's care. That's a family meeting. However, don't do it unless you have 5 years of experience being a geriatric care manager. Don't do it unless you know families, aging families, not just families, aging families. And don't do it unless you understand conflict, because you can't do it. Now, if you have a dysfunctional family, now there is what I call the nearly normal family, and we're all nearly normal. You know, we've all got flaws. We're human beings. You know, we've been married several times. I myself twice. We have stepchildren. That doesn't make you a dysfunctional family. But if you have this whole history of alcohol abuse, molestation, that's been, drugs, things that have been passed on from generation to generation, that's a dysfunctional family. If you have a dysfunctional family where you need to have a family meeting, don't do it. And what you have to do is use your continuum of care, your resources that we've been talking about, and find a mediator. And you can find the mediator really easily through mediator.org. And find a mediator that specializes in elder mediation. Because it takes great skill, probably 100 hours, and enormous expertise to be able to mediate with these dysfunctional families. So I will see you next time. And I haven't been too much New Jersey. I always try to be a little bit California, but the New Jersey comes out, what can I do? And I'm so sad Tony Soprano died. I need to tell you that. So I will see you next time.